Welcome to Get in the Mix. Today, I've got a super secret package from Pioneer DJ.
What is it?
Ooh, you may see that it's a little bit suspiciously unlabeled, this box. No markings, nowhere to be seen. If we open it up, let's see what's inside. Now, it is worth noting that this is a super secret pre-production edition, so it's not off the shelf. It's not the same box that you will get should you buy the product new, but it is going to allow us to have a little sneaky preview as to what comes with the latest mixer. DJM-S5, the latest Serato mixer added to the S range that Pioneer do. Oh my days. You should know, I haven't seen this product before. I know nothing. I've got a list of some key things that it does. I do not know anything else about this product, and I've just had my mind kind of blown a little bit. It's red. It's red and black. It kind of looks through the bag, you know, it's a misty appearance, but it kind of looks, I don't know, like a Ferrari or something. Red. Let's get out. Lovely looking mixer. Look at that. Red and black. Look at that. That is something else. Crisp. Oh, that looks fresh. And I feel like maybe this is a throwback to like old school gear. Do you remember when like all gear had like random colors? You get like some blue Numark mixer, or you get some yellow Vestax mixer. Like this is a throwback to that for me. The DJM-S5, a red and black mixer. If you're gonna be live streaming from your bedroom, something like that, that aesthetic is gonna draw people in. What's he got there? What is that? I think what we should do is plug this in and see what some of the new features are, see some of the key points. And of course we can touch base on a couple of the really basic features. Oh, wait, what? There's a little geezer staring at me in here. There's a little window into the soul of the DJM-S5 mixer. Can you see that little face, little pair of eyes in there?
Oh yeah.
So if we adjust that, can we see a change in the, oh, we can see the mechanism spin. As we adjust that crossfader setting, we can see the mechanism moving in there. I've not seen that before. A little window. Pretty unusual. Into the soul of the mixer. So we've got two channels. Magvel fader, 3-band EQ, battle style. Got our paddles, 4 hot cues, changeable to 8, so you can cycle through the 2 banks, 4 and then 5 to 8. But really, I think the nitty gritty of this mixer is going to be coming out when we plug it in and run it with some equipment and a laptop. Whilst we were setting up, I did have a little time to look at some of the inputs. So we've got our standard RCA input for channel 1 and channel 2, channel 1 and channel 2 with a phono and line selector input. We've got an RCA auxiliary input for that kind of extra sneaky channel, and we've got our standard XLR for masters output with an XLR jack combi input for our microphone. Now, this was a little bit of a game changer for me and kind of blew my mind a little bit. The mixer is bus powered. There is no power, did not need to take an IEC or a figure of 8, no power from the mains. We're powering directly from the laptop via this USB-C. Now we do have an additional USB-C so that we are able to power and send our connection kind of separately so that we're not overloading one USB, but that means that this mixer completely powers off our laptop, and really we can take it anywhere, and if you've got enough battery in the tank in your laptop, you're good to go. Of course, everything else still needs powering up, but that is a really unique and interesting part of this mixer. So let's run through some of the main features on the mixer. We've got our effects buttons that double up as our scratch cutter features. So we'll give that a quick demo. We'll play a beat in Serato. We simply hold our effects button, make sure that our paddle is on lock on, and we can go. And then another new and innovative feature of the mixer is the CROSSFADER hot cue launch. Now, that is quite new and interesting for me. So what that does is that means as we move our crossfader, we're automatically launching our hot cue. Now, what that means is perhaps we've got a scratch sample, we've got a hot cue at the beginning of our scratch sample. As we move the crossfader over there, it's automatically bringing us back to that hot cue point. So we're not worrying too much about bringing the example back to the exact place every time. We can roll with it and it's going to bring us back in. So let's play one track. And finally, we can access our bank B and A from using the shift function. Now, because it's a battle style mixer, it wouldn't be a battle style mixer if it didn't have these battle pads. We love a good battle paddle. Below that, we've got 4 hot cues on each side, but we can access up to 8 hot cues on each side using the pad 5 to 8 buttons. But that button also doubles up with a shift function as auto loop. The hot cues, as well as being hot cues, also double up with various other functions. We can hold mode and click our hot cue once to enable the first pad mode, hold mode and double click our pad to enable the second pad mode, in this example, a gate cue. And finally, we can hold shift and mode, click it in to access the third pad mode. Now, our pad modes consist of the standard usual suspects, hot cues, rolls, auto loops, samplers, but also some more advanced things like the gate cue, the cue loop, save loops, and a scratch mix. Now, moving down from there, as we said earlier, it's a 2-channel mixer, and we've got our level and cue/master controls situated just off to the right. On the front, we looked at it very briefly with our window into the soul of the mixer, but we've also got our auxiliary level, our mic levels, with your standard 3.5mm and jack inputs. Now, this mixer, a bit of a game changer for me. Some of those features in terms of the scratch banks and the hot cue features, for me, are really great learning tools. Now, some people may see that as a bit of a gimmick, but for me, it's a tool that you're going to be able to use to improve the quality of your scratching. You know, one of the hardest things about scratching realistically is the fact that you've got to do one thing with one hand and one thing with another hand, and they are doing different and separate tasks. So that coordination, just like when you're starting out to drum, is quite difficult to get. But right off the bat, we're able to enable our scratch cutter, for instance, which means that we don't now have to focus on what our hand's doing on the crossfader. It's going to do it for us. We just have to worry about the rhythm of which we're moving our hands, and vice versa. On the hot cue crossfader launch, we don't have to worry about bringing our track back to the exact place that it needs to be every time. It's going to launch it for us. But these tools aren't there for you to use forever. These are for you to learn. Copy them, mimic them, and build those tools into your own arsenal so that you can improve your scratch abilities. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. As always, like if you like, dislike if you dislike, chuck us a comment in the comment section, and be sure to subscribe and make sure to get in the mix.